Hi, I'm David Olala, President and Chief Innovation Officer for SkyPoint Ventures. I'm on the road meeting with innovators and entrepreneurs to get a better understanding of what drives them to pursue an entrepreneurial lifestyle. Centrally located in Michigan is Lansing, where it's not just the state capital, but a focal point of startup activity. We're meeting with Rob Zondervan, founder of SteriDev. So I'm here to learn more about SteriDev. Do you want to grab a drink and tell me more?
Absolutely.
Sounds good. Perfect. We're riding in a practical, hard-working, updated Otis elevator. With just 2 buttons up and 1 button down, no matter what button you push, it's a move in the right direction. All right, Rob, we're in the elevator. Tell me about SteriDev.
Well, we're a startup company that began about 2 years ago, and we're based in Lansing, and we make a medical device called CleanCase, and it's essentially a sterile cover for tablets and mobile phones that surgeons can use in the operating room to do anything, access x-rays, MRIs, to improve patient care.
So that's interesting. So they're actually taking that technology into the operating room, and I know my phone's probably not the cleanest phone on the planet.
Exactly.
Tell me about SteriDev and where you're at and what your story is.
Well, I think the story starts about 2.5 years ago. And a little background on myself, I'm a student at MSU, so I'm doing my PhD and also in med school.
You're not busy enough?
No, so I decided to start a company. So I was actually in the operating room one night, and this unique case came in. And the surgeon that was in charge said, hey, we need to document this, because we either wanted to publish it or share it for residents or other physicians. And he told me, scrub out, so I took off all my stuff, and then just took a normal cell phone and just reached into the field and was taking photos to document this case. And of course, I'm not getting the right angles. I know that this phone is dirty, and I'm not, touching anything, but still, just the fact that it's in there can't be good. So at that point, I thought there has to be a better way to do this safely. And then from there, I decided to start a little med device company to create a enclosure that you can put cell phones and tablets inside that can safely let surgeons do anything they want in the operating room.
What was that kind of impetus? What was the moment where you're like, you know what, I'm doing this, and what was the first step that you did?
I think I started like a lot of startups start in Michigan, where you just do a little pitch competition where you're only winning a few $100s, maybe getting legal advice to start your LLC, and that's how we started. We won a pitch competition, got a small amount of money, got some traction from that, did a few more pitch competitions, and then we got money from the state through the SBDC and the BAF funds. And then from there, we got investors.
Tell us a little bit about that ecosystem and the supportive ecosystem here. If you're an entrepreneur, why would you be in this area?
Yeah, so I have buddies that are on the East and West Coast, and they're trying their own startups, and they hear stories about my experience in Michigan, and they're pretty jealous, actually. And
you really believe the grass is greener here in Michigan as far as startup culture and support?
Yeah, sure, there's going to be benefits to different environments. If you're going to do something in Boston or New York or San Francisco, and you need to be around high-end tech. But as far as a med device startup, you have a lot of hospitals here, a lot of physicians that will help you. You have funding. You also have manufacturing locally in Michigan, so you have everything you need to get started here.
I guess one question is, what's harder, getting your PhD or launching a product?
Yeah, or med school, yeah.
Or med school, right?
Well, they're all unique, and I think the hardest part about starting a company, especially a med device company, and then executing, and you know this, you've had multiple startups, it's all the little details. Like the concept, that's the easy part.
Absolutely.
I'm going to make a sterile case for a mobile device. That's the easy part.
What advice would you have to fledgling innovators and entrepreneurs? Because again, it seems simple from the outside, but I know on a day-to-day you have huge challenges. So what's your advice for people getting over that hump?
And it kind of is simple. Like, you just keep your head down and keep working. Like, I think I'd tell any entrepreneur that you're going to get no's, and you can't take it personal. And if you're confident in your idea or your device, that's what you really need.
So what a great problem you're solving. I had
Thank you.
No idea that tablets and phones were being used in the operating rooms.
Yeah, it's a big problem we're trying to make safe. So thanks for your time today.
Thank you. Enjoy your ride to the top.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.